Go back over day one. Go back over day one. The sanctuary model, Dr. Sandra Bloom. Okay, that's the sanctuary. That's the sanctuary model. That's where our community meeting comes from. What are the components of the community meeting?
Gender, name.
You need to start off with your name, correct? Your gender pronouns.
Your feeling and your goals.
Your feelings and your goals. And finally, who you're gonna ask for support. Okay, great. Okay, what does HPRESS stand for? What? Raise your hand. H, what's the H stand for? Don't look at your notes. What's the H stand for?
You said what does the H stand for?
What does the H stand for in HPRESS? Oh, you're right. Go ahead. I got it wrong. Go ahead.
Personal responsibility.
Okay, next is personal responsibility. Next is Kennedy.
Education.
Education.
Self-advocacy.
Self-advocacy. What's the last one? Support. Okay, guys, got that right. All right. Now, which of the following above is an example of triggers? People, places, smells, or all the above?
All the above.
Thank you.
got
Okay.
one.
RAP is an action plan. RAP and action plan is used for the following purpose. Is it developed by a family to know so they know how to care for you? Is it developed by therapists to keep you in line? Is it developed by you to address triggers, early warning signs, when things are breaking down? Robert? Okay, it's developed by you. So you're the only one that can do a rap for yourself, right? Okay, you can get assistance from your peer specialist, but you're responsible for doing your own rap. Okay, now the recovery-oriented approach has become recognized as the best practice in fields of mental health, addictions, and physical health. Is that true or false? Thank you. Okay. The recovery-oriented approach has become recognized as a best practice in the fields of mental health, addiction, and physical health. The answer to that was true. Which of the following defines recovery from mental health challenges according to the medical model? Recovery is defined as a reduction of symptoms and a reduced need of treatment. Recovery is defined as the improvement of a person's life level of functioning despite the challenge. Recovery is defined as a continuation of vital infrastructure systems following a natural human-induced disaster, or recovery is defined as a destruction of vital infrastructure and systems following a natural human-induced disaster. Which one do you think it will be? Eric?
Number two.
Number two?
Number two.
Number two? It's A. Recovery is defined as a reduction of symptoms and a reduced need for treatment. That's what recovery is, right?
I thought it was
Recovery is
but
defined
you
as a
convinced me to
reduction
change
of
my
symptoms
mind.
and a reduced need for treatment.
What did number 2 say? Why was I so
Right.
confused?
Huh?
What did number 2 say? 'Cause I like
Two is
sport was
recovery is
number 2.
defined
The medical
as the
model.
improvement of a person's quality of life and level of functioning despite the challenge. Remember, medical model has to do with symptoms,
Oh.
right?
You were probably thinking of recovery model.
Okay,
Yeah.
losing you guys, please, thank you. Okay, when we talk, here's a statement that follows the principles of person-first language. We watched a video featuring individuals living with mental health challenges. Is that person-first language? Are you sure?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna repeat myself again. Okay? Principles of person-first language. We watched a video featuring individuals living with mental health challenges. Is that true or is it false?
False.
Is that what is person-first language? Okay? But in terms of the principles of person-first language, okay? We watched a video featuring individuals living with mental health challenges. Person first language. Meaning I'm not saying my language I'm using isn't destructive, it's not tearing them down, it's person-centered. We watched a movie about mental health challenges. We didn't watch a movie about mental illness and crazy people, things like that. Person first language, all right?
So it's true. So it's true?
It's true.
True, yes, I'm sorry, true.
Okay.
Okay, last two.
Not that they're mentally ill.
Right.
RAP is an acronym for which of the following phrases? Whole Recovery Action Plan, Whole Recovery Active Plan, Wellness Recovery Active Planning, or Wellness Recovery Action Plan? Okay. Which is the following? In RAP, an action plan is used for what purpose? Is it do we go over that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Which of the following statements is always true about RAP? You can write a rap for a peer. You can write a rap for yourself. Someone else can write a rap for you, or you need to share all parts of your rap with everyone.
B.
That's the only answer. You can write a rap for yourself. Okay. Are wellness tools the tools that you need to do for yourself to keep yourself well? Is that what wellness tools are?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hi, my name is Carl, and I'm a peer supporter at XYZ Agency. Do you have a few minutes to talk? I'd like to share information with you about the services that you might benefit from. This is an example of which stage of the relational outreach and engagement model. Which stage is that?
Approach.
No. It's companionship. Why is it companionship? You're offering information. You're offering them the opportunity, giving you the opportunity to share information and begin working with them. All right, now, my name is Rose and I'm a peer worker at XYZ Agency. This is an example of which stage?
Approach.
That's approach, correct. Because all I said was, my name is Rose and I'm from XYZ Agency. All right. Okay. I guess that, yeah, I think that might be about, yeah. Okay, last one. You're assigned to work with Jamie, a peer from a culture who's different from your own. Which of the following responses is an example of peer support recovery values in action? Decline the assignment because you don't have anything in common with Jamie. Meet with Jamie like you usually would and discourage any talk about cultural differences, even if Jamie brings it up. Focus on recovery because culture has nothing to do with mental health challenges. Acknowledge your cultural differences and ask Jamie if they would like to discuss the differences. Which one would you choose?
Last one.
Three?
The last.
Okay, it's actually gonna be D. Okay, because you wanna open up. Why is it D? You wanna be able to you wanna make sure that you're opening up a dialogue with the person, right? So that you can talk about things. D is acknowledge your cultural differences.
Sure.
Okay, the correct answer is acknowledge your cultural differences. Yes, I'd like to discuss it.
If not.
Okay, Dolores comes to your office, a drop-in center, very agitated, begins yelling about feeling left out of the program. Which response is a peer listening technique? You listen attentively and tell Dolores she should come to more programs. You listen attentively and respond only when she asks for feedback, or do you listen attentively and tell her she's overreacting and ask her if she's taking her medication that day?
B.
Is it gonna be?
Last one.
Listen attentively and respond only if Dolores asks you for feedback. That is correct. Thank you, and I hope you guys push your chairs in and have a nice evening.